Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to show you how easy it is to edit your VisualCAMc toolpaths associatively with the Onshape part. Now what that means is anytime you make a change to your Onshape part, those changes are associative to your VisualCAMc toolpaths, and we'll show you how to update those automatically. So what I've got here is a part in VisualCAMc, and we have some toolpaths already programmed. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got a facing operation to machine the top face of the part. We have a profiling operation to machine the perimeter, and a couple of drilling operations to drill this center pattern of holes. We have a center drill and then a through drill. So you might be asking yourself, what happens in VisualCAMc whenever the part changes in Onshape? So let's take a look exactly that. We'll go over to the Part Studio tab, and this is our Onshape part. Now, the thing that you really should remember is that there are two types of edits that will affect your VisualCAMc toolpaths. Those are non-destructive edits and destructive edits. Well, what's the difference? Well, non-destructive edits are basically dimensional changes. You can change dimensions on your part, move a feature around, make it thicker or longer or wider. And those types of edits do not delete the object identifier in Onshape. So those changes are propagated over automatically. So what is a destructive edit? Well, what if you have a feature in your Onshape part that totally wipes out a machining region that you were machining in VisualCAMc? Those types of destructive edits, they will propagate over, but you will have to make some selections in VisualCAMc to correct that destructive edit. Okay, let's take a quick look at each one. So we have our part here in Onshape. Let's go ahead and make some edits. So we have our sketch here, and we'll just make some dimensional edits here. Make that pattern wider. Let's change that. Make it a little bit further indented. Okay, so we have some dimensional changes in our part. Let's accept the sketch. And you see that we have those changes in our Onshape part. Now all you have to do to propagate those changes over to VisualCAMc is select your VisualCAMc tab. The part will be updated automatically, and you'll get notified that the part has changed. So now we have new geometry, represents the part modifications. Now, anytime you change a part or anytime within your collaborator group, anyone in that group has changed a part, anytime this part is changed, your geometry will update automatically in VisualCAMc, and that's the key thing to remember. One thing also you need to remember is anytime the part changes in Onshape, your toolpaths will be flagged in red. This means, hey, the part's changed, we need to regenerate these toolpaths. Now, why not the facing operation? Now, the facing operation automatically calculates the extents of your stock, and that's how it's defined for the facing. So that didn't have to be updated. Let's go ahead and select the setup. We'll right-click and regenerate. So all of our toolpaths have now been updated, and we see that none of them are flagged in red. And let's just take a look at each one and how they've adapted to the new changes in Onshape. Now, one thing you do need to remember in VisualCAMc is that you will need to update your stock and make sure your work 0 is in the correct location. So let's go into the stock box, and we'll select Copy Model Bounding Box, and it adapts to our new extents of the part. We'll go ahead and save that. And then also we'll double click on our work 0, And we'll set that to the stock box and pick Save. So now that our stock has changed, we'll do a quick update of our toolpaths. Do a right click and generate. Now our toolpaths are all updated. That's a non-destructive edit. So those kinds of edits, they get propagated automatically. All you have to do is just make sure your stock in your work 0 is set properly and then regenerate all your toolpaths. Now, what's a destructive edit? Let's go back over into the Part Studio tab, and we have a fillet here that we had suppressed. Let's go ahead and unsuppress that fillet. Okay, so you'll see that we had a fillet in here, and what do we mean by destructive? The edge that we were using in our profiling operation is no longer there. That's destructive edit. That edge is gone in the part. So let's go back over to the VisualCAMc. The part is updated automatically. You are notified that the part's geometry has changed. Our operations are flagged red. Let's go ahead and double check our stock and our work 0. Okay, that's all set. Now let's regenerate our toolpaths. You see you got a message, no curve selected for profiling operation. That means that edge curve that we had selected for the profiling operation is gone. So that operation cannot be regenerated automatically. What you can do in this case, you can just double click on the operation to edit it and go in and we'll select the bottom edge for the perimeter profile operation. And then because we're selecting the bottom, we'll make one more edit here to the cut levels. Instead of the location being at the top where it was before, we'll set it to the bottom and we'll pick Generate. So now we see that all of our operations have been updated in VisualCAMc. Well, that's a quick demonstration of editing your toolpaths associatively in VisualCAMc.